स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता ह्य सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। Let us spend few minutes in prayer and meditation. Let us offer our salutations to the all-pervading blissful spirit. Let us offer our salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Sri Sharda Devi and Swami Vivekananda and Adi Shankaracharya, and all great sages, saints, whose teachings we have inherited. May they inspire us with love for the truth. Let us for a few moments meditate on the divine blissful form of the all-pervading reality seated in the hearts of us all. Let us by all means try to feel the divine contact. As we inhale and exhale, think of positive vibrations, peaceful vibrations, pure vibrations, strong vibrations entering into your body and mind. They will destroy all the negativity, impurities, restlessness, weaknesses in the mind and body. Slowly exhale positive, peaceful and other vibrations. Let us send pure, positive, and other divine vibrations to all people, known and unknown, in all directions of the universe. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amrutangamaya. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Let us chant a few Shanti mantras and then take the study of the Upanishad. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Gananam Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Mupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Ana Shrunvannotibhis Sidasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha. Om Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hamsa Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Shanno Mitrashyam Varunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Brihaspatihi Shanno Vishnurukramaha. Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmam Avatu Tadvaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Bhadram Karnebhihi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashye Makshabhiryajatraha Sthirairangai Stuštuvagam Sastanubhihi Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedah Swasti nastarksho Arishtanemihi Swasti no Brihaspatirdadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tacchayyoravruணிमहे Gatun Yajnaya Gatun Yajnapataye Daivi Swastirastunaha Swastirmanushebyah Urdhvanjigatu Bheshajam Shanno Asturdvipade Shanjatushpade. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Vang me manasi pratisthita Mano o me vachi pratisthita Aviravirmayedhi Vedasya ma'ani sthaha Shrutam me ma prahasihi Anenadhite nahoratran Nadhite nahoratra Sandhadamrutam vadishyami Satyam vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramavatvavatu Mamavatu Vaktaramavatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. We have started the second of the Upanishad in the series called the Kena Upanishad. That was last month, on the 19th of July. On 26th we did not have a class. 2nd August we did not have a class. So we are already into 9th August. A little bit of revision and then going forward is always good. But before we take up the Upanishad, what Swami Vivekananda says about the sages of India, all of you should read, all of you should meditate over that particular wish of Swami Vivekananda, the Sages of India lecture given in Madras in 1897, part of the Colombo to Almora lectures. It is translated separately into a small book in Telugu with a beautiful title called Rishila Maudam. Let us become rishis. So all these Upanishads are based on the rishi culture, the seeking culture. So Swamiji says that is the power of ancient India. And that continues in our system, in our life. But it has been diluted. That is the problem. But what is the exact meaning of the word rishi and how they have influenced every core of our national life, both spiritual, cultural, social, etc. So he says, it's a big lecture, Sages of India. One paragraph is very important there. He says, we find the word rishi again and again mentioned in the Vedas, and it has become a common word at the present time. The rishi is the great authority. We have to understand that idea. The definition is that the rishi is the mantra drashta. The rishi is the mantra drashta, the seer of thought. What is the proof of religion? This was asked in very ancient times. There is no proof in the senses, was the declaration. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasaha. From whence words reflect back with thought without reaching the goal. Natatra jakshur gacchati, navag gacchati, no manaha. There the eyes cannot reach, neither the speech nor the mind. That has been the declaration for ages and ages. Nature outside cannot give us any answer as to the existence of the soul, the existence of God, the eternal life, the goal of man, and all that. This mind is continually changing, always in a state of flux. It is finite. It is broken into pieces. How can nature tell us of the infinite, the unchangeable, the unbroken, the indivisible, the eternal? It never can. And whenever mankind has striven to get an answer from dull, dead matter, history shows how disastrous the results have been. How comes then the knowledge which the Vedas declare? It comes through being a rishi. This knowledge is not in the senses. But are the senses the be-all and end-all of all human being? Who dare say that the senses are the all-in-all of man? Even in our lives, in the life of every one of us here, there come moments of calmness. Perhaps when we see before us the death of one we loved, when some shock comes to us, or when extreme blessedness comes to us. Many other occasions there are when the mind, as it were, becomes calm, feels for the moment its real nature, and a glimpse of the infinite beyond, where words cannot reach, nor the mind go, is revealed to us. This happens in ordinary life, but it has to be heightened, practiced, perfected. Men found out ages ago that the soul is not bound or limited by the senses. No, not even by consciousness. We have to understand that this consciousness is only the name of one link in the infinite chain. Being is not identical with consciousness, but consciousness is only one part of being. Beyond consciousness is where the bold search. Consciousness is bound by the senses. Beyond that, beyond the senses, men must go in order to arrive at truths of the spiritual world. And there are even now persons who succeed in going beyond the bounds of the senses. These are called rishis because they come face to face with spiritual truths. My friends, until each one of you has become a rishi and come face to face with spiritual facts, religious life has not begun for you. Until the superconscious opens for us, religion is mere talk. It is nothing but preparation. You are talking second hand, third hand, and here applies the beautiful saying of Buddha. When he had a discussion with some Brahmins, they came discussing about the nature of Brahman, and the great sage asked, "Have you seen Brahman?" "No," said the Brahmin. "Or your father?" "No, neither has he." "Grandfather?" "I don't think even he saw him." My friend, how can you discuss about a person whom your father and grandfather never saw and try to put each other down? That is what the whole world is doing. Let us say in the language of the Vedanta, this Atman is not to be reached by too much talk. No, not even by the highest intellect. No, not even by the study of the Vedas themselves. But let us become rishis, mantra drishtas. That is freedom. That is salvation, he says. Rishala Maudam. And then he explains about Rama, about Krishna, and Ramakrishna, about Sita, so all great spiritual leaders of the Sanatana Dharma. Up to Sri Ramakrishna, Swamiji explains that they have lived that life, they have experienced that life, that super consciousness, and that is why they are adored, their teachings are very excellent. So the entire Kena Upanishad is based on that search. It's not mere discussion, it is an inquiry. In English, two words are there, enquiry and inquiry. I-N-Q-U-I-R-Y. The second is E-N-Q-U-I-R-Y. Inquiry is information. You inquire for address, you inquire for something, for some information. But here is a probing, inquiry, anveshana, jignasa, pipasa, sadhana. That is the point here. So Isha Upanishad that we studied for nearly 20 Sundays is a different subject that gave the key for higher knowledge. Prayers, ending with a prayer for realizing the supreme truth, because that is covered avarana as it were. And moksha is the goal of everybody. Now we take up the Shanti patha of Kena Upanishad. Please repeat. Those who have books, please see. Those who don't have the book, extra copies, share with your neighbor. Om apyayantu mamangani vak pranaschakshuhu shrotramatho balamindriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahma upanishadam maham brahma nirakuryam ma brahma nirakaroda nirakaranam swas nirakaranastva nirakaranam me astu. That add stva there. Nirakaroda nirakaranam stva nirakaranam karoda nirakaranamasva nirakaranam me astu tadatmani nirateya upanishatsu dharmaste mai santu te mai santu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Once more. Apyayantu mamangani vak pranaschakshuhu shrotramato balamindriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahma upanishadam maham brahma nirakuryam ma brahma nirakaro anirakaranamastva nirakaranam me astu karanamastva nirakaranam me astu tadatmani nirateya upanishatsu dharmaste mai santu te mai santu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. It's a wonderful prayer of physical strength, mental strength, moral strength and spiritual strength. Vivekananda says, if there is one word that comes like a bomb bursting upon masses of ignorance from the Upanishads, it is the word fearlessness. If there is one word that is coming out like a bomb from the Upanishads, bursting like a bombshell upon masses of ignorance, that one word is fearlessness. And the only religion that ought to be taught is the religion of fearlessness. That powerful message of Vedanta, Vivekananda roars. He is not worried about Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist. That is all social drama going on, politics. Says religion of fearlessness, religion of purity, religion of freedom. That is to be practiced, that is to be spread in the society. That elevates humanity to higher levels of consciousness. So this wonderful Shanti Paata comes there. See the words there? Apyayantu mamangani. May all my limbs grow strong. Along with what? Vak, pranaha, chakshuhu, shrotraha. My breath, my speech, eyes, ears, all my organs. The translation is there. Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam. All is Brahman. Sarvam Kalmidam Brahma idea, experience, of the which the Upanishads speak. Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam. Maham Brahma Nirakuryat. May I never turn away from Brahman. Mama Brahma Nirakarot. May Brahman never turn me away. Mutual understanding between Brahman and the sadhaka. Let there be no turning away. Anirakaranam astva nirakaranam me astu. At least from my side. I should not become an atheist, I should not become an agnostic, I should not reject Brahman ad hoc. Then he says the Upanishads speak of qualities that one must possess to succeed in such a study. Tadatmani nirateya Upanishadsu dharmaste mai santu te mai santu. This is a prayer. May I acquire those qualities. What are the qualities, etc.? I will explain now. So this is a prayer for strength. Weak people cannot go to heaven also. They cannot get Swargam also. Krishna has clearly mentioned in the second shloka of the second chapter. When Arjuna became weak, when Arjuna became full of Vishada, dilemma, with his hand on his forehead. It's a very, very weak, very narrow body language. If anybody keeps the hand on their forehead while studying, please eliminate it. Please don't allow him to sit with a hand on his head while studying. He is doing Saraswati Puja, but he says, Inta chadavala antalametu. No. It is the seat of knowledge. You're hitting yourself. Full of tension, worry, stress. No. Strength, oh man, strength. I ask every man, every young person in training, do you have strength? What can give you strength? Truth alone can give you strength. The search for truth should give you strength. Strength is life, weakness is death. Nayamatma balahinena labhyaha, Upanishad says. And what Krishna told Arjuna, gave him a nice shake-up, a violent shake-up. He says, Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samupasthitam. From where has come this weakness, O Arjuna? When at this moment you're supposed to execute your dharma, everything arranged, all discussions done, all files closed, all diplomacy over. I myself travelled from Dwaraka to Hastinapura to talk to Duryodhana, to give 5 villages, barren land, waste land. All of you know it. But now you say, oh, Bhishma is there, Drona is there, this fellow is there, my relatives are there. No, don't look at them. Look at dharma, look at adharma, and fight. And anaryam, asvargyam, akirtikaram Arjuna. 3 negative certificates nature will give you if you run away from the battlefield. Anaryam. Anarya means not like a gentleman, not in your true sense, not your ID card. Anaryam. Asvargyam. No visa for heaven. Akkadi nunchi kuda tarivu barestanu. Akirti. There is nothing more insulting to a soldier than akirti. You should never take the bullet on your back. That means you are running away from the battlefield. You should take it on your front, the chest. or on the forehead. That is real Veeraswargam, like Abhimanyu. He never ran away from the battlefield. So he attained Veeraswargam. So this mantra teaches that. Apyayantu mamangani. Make yourself strong. Shariramadhyam kalu dharma sadhanam. That is why Vivekananda took all the best of the message from the Upanishads and spread it out, both in India and in the West. There he gave yogas, here he gave nice scolding for us. Utho, jago, age bado, lavandi, melkonandi, like that. So the Upanishads are very subtle. It requires a strong mind and a strong intellect to understand the subtle truth. Sukshma ati sukshma. So Shanti Paata says, Apyayantu mamangani, a prayer for the well-being of what? Number one, sthula sharira. We have 3 shariras. We have studied earlier. Sthula, sukshma, karana. All these 3 are there now. But we are busy only with sthula sharira. Body, 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 body. Beauty is only skin deep, but still so much for the body. Go to Sukshma Sharira. Think about the mind. Think about the energy. At least go a little deeper. That is where Japa Dhyana, where you forget the mind. Forget the body. How can you forget the body? By fitness, by good health. If there are diseases, if there are pains, if there is stiffness, how can you forget the body? It will be reminding you. That is why be healthy, be healthy, be healthy. Apyayantu mamangani. Let my limbs be strong. Long hours you have to sit in research. Long hours you have to sit in meditation. So Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira is covered here. Health, fitness is very important. Not for a sick body. This Atman is not for a sick body. Not for a weak body. Ashishto, Drudishto, Balishta, Tasyayam, Prithvi, Vittasya Purnasyat. For them is this world. Ashishta, Drudishta, Balishta. For the energetic, for the intelligent, for the dynamic. The whole world is available for you. So I have to systematically study Vedanta. I have to approach the Guru. Pariprashnena sevaya. Go to the Guru with Samitpani, with firewood. That is the only dakshina at that time. Guru should not waste time in searching firewood for his yagna and homa. So Shishyas would go with sandalwood and varieties of forest wood, so that Guru will continue his yagna. Samitpani, then surrender. Do Guru Seva. And he ask him good questions. Pariprashna. Prashna, just ordinary questions. We are talking about pariprashna. You really want to know the truth, not casual. The question should not be casual. Then Guru also will give casual answer. So it will be serious. Scientific way of learning. So let things go well for a long time. The following limb should be strong. Next it continues. What he says, walk, the organ of speech. Very, very important for students. We have seen in the society today how foul language comes out through the mouth very easily, because what is in the mind comes out through your mouth. That's why they give it Trikarana Shuddhi. Bhava Shuddhi, Vak Shuddhi, Kriya Shuddhi. These 3 are very important for students for spiritual life. Bhava Shuddhi, concept of thought should be very, very pure. That's why Bhadram Karne Vishrunuyama Deva, Bhadram Pashye Makshabirya Jatra. To control, restrain the speech. Not too high, not too low. Moderate, balanced, he says. So Vak, organ of speech for student, is important. Why? He has to ask questions. He has to discuss the truth, the philosophy, the methodology, the process with the Guru. So Vak should be very, very strong and pure. And Pranaha for survival. Prana Shakti, that also has to be good. Then Chakshuhu for reading properly. Shrotram for listening properly. Indriyani, the other organs. Balam, strength or vitality. All these put together is one physical personality, Sthula Sharira. It should be in good condition, cannot be a weak personality. Brahma Upanishadam. Brahman is knowable only through Upanishad. What is the Upanishad? Sitting near a guru, Nishad, sitting and asking questions. Not simply sitting and praising the guru. Please ask question. Then you are real serious student because you are preparing. Once in Belur Math, Swami Shivanandaji, second president Mahapurush Maharaj was alive. And these brahmacharis, young brahmacharis, his own disciples, Holy Mother's disciples, they were all there. And there was another great scholarly Swami by name Swami Shuddhanandaji, Swamiji's disciple. He was taking scriptures class. And brahmacharis were heated up in their argument, discussions, doubts, debate. Mahapurush Maharaj himself, Mahayogi, so used to quietly go behind and listen to their arguments. Such Mahapurush Maharaj himself is standing there. Naturally, their argument was stopped. Their mouth got dried up. How can we ask questions freely or debate or argue with such Swami when Mahapurush Maharaj is standing there? Little sankocham, whatever, hesitation. Then they made a plan. Somebody should go and request Mahapurush Maharaj not to come while class is going on. Some plan has to be executed. Who will go? Then they found another brahmachari was there. Later he becomes the president of the order, Swami Bhuteshanandaji Maharaj. And Bhuteshanji himself studied from childhood in Sanskrit, Toll in Bengal, it is called Toll, grammar schools. So Mahapandit from his family generation. Hey, you go. I think Vijay Maharaj, his name was Vijay. Go and talk to Mahapurush Maharaj. Recommend our case. Then Maharaj went, all right. Mahapurush Maharaj said, no, I will come. I want to listen. I also want to learn. Maharaj, please. Daya kore ashbenna. All right. On one condition. I will not come. Whatever you discuss there, whatever you learn from Shuddhananda, somebody has to come and tell me. It's much more difficult. There he listened and quietly went away. Now he says, you have to come and tell me. I also want to know what you discussed. He went back with that report. All were stunned and shocked. And they told, Baba, you only do it. You are our representative. You know Sanskrita grammar, you know this, you know that. All Upanishads, you know memory, please go. Then Bhuteshanji says, that gave me an opportunity to study the Upanishads thoroughly. I cannot go do ba before Mahapurush Maharaj. I have to be thorough because Mahapurush Maharaj knows everything. He lives Vedanta. He lives the Vedas. And how did he study the Upanishads? When all are sleeping, he used to get up at 2 o'clock in the night, sit under the steps of Swamiji's room with a lantern and study these Upanishads. That's how he becomes a great yogi master. See, older generation, they gave us that inspiration. How curious, how much interest, how much of contemplation they did, how much of sacrifice they did to understand, assimilate the scriptures. That's what he says here. Listen properly. Have the balam, the strength or the vitality, brahmacharya. All this should be in good condition. Why? You have to realize that Brahman is everywhere. Brahma Upanishadam. You have to study the Upanishads. As Swamiji says, you have to become rishis. Nothing less than that would satisfy me. And you are already rishis. But ajnanam is there now. Now ignorance is there. You do not know that you are rishi. You know that you are a man. You know that you are a woman. You know that you belong to a region. You know that you belong to a religion. That's all. Still bhautika, bhautika, bhautika. Sharirika. Go inside. You are not the tiny body-mind complex. That is what the problem of the Shishya in the first question comes. What is happening? What is that power? Willed by which? Directed by which? All these things are going on in the market and in the world. personal and social. Ata kena. Kena, by what? Scientific question. So through the study of the Upanishads, let me recognize the non-dual reality. Nirguna Brahman artham chesukovali. Jeerninchukovali. Nirguna Brahman, Saguna Brahman. As we studied in the Ishavasya Upanishad, Nirguna Upasana, Saguna Upasana. Vidya, Avidya. Sambhuti, Asambhuti. This you have to recollect. Let me recognize that non-dual reality, Advaita reality, which is neither name nor form, but it is beyond name and form. How do I understand that one particular sentence, beyond name and form? We'll sing that line after a few minutes in the temple. Jyotira Jyoti Ujjvala Hridi Kandara. You are the light of lights. Ramakrishna is, or the Supreme Being is, Adhara of Manas, Vacha and Karmana. Yet he is beyond both. He is the Adhara of whatever we are doing. Yet he is beyond both. That is what that sentence says. Namo Namo Prabhu Vakyamana Atita. Atita. You are beyond all this. Beyond Vak, beyond Manas, beyond Indriyas. But you are the Adhara of everything. So like the screen in the cinema theater. It's the Adhara of every cinema. Without that you cannot see the cinema. It cannot be projected on this wall. You need a screen, a white screen of that particular measurement. Then any film you can see. And when the film is over, will you get the screen? Is it wet? Is there blood? Is there coffee? Is there any people there? Nothing is there. It showed, it just Adhara. On that we see everything. So the Adhara of this universe is Brahman, Supreme Consciousness. So the Upanishad, the seeker wants to know, the student wants to know. So according to Advaita Vedanta, the world is nothing but Brahman, Sarvam Kalmidam Brahma. But the eyes are not designed for that. How do I know eyes are not designed for that? 10th chapter, 11th chapter of Gita. 10th chapter is Vibhuti Yoga. And Krishna says, with this ordinary mind, you cannot understand what I am saying. So, Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. Arjuna did not live only by listening. He said, I want to see. Darshanam Jayal Ninu. So, Vishwarupa Darshana. Then Krishna says, with this Charma Chakshu, you cannot see me. What did he do? Dadami Divya Chakshu. There he gave Buddhi. Here he gives Chakshu, a new spiritual eyes. So, you require that power. You require Shastra Pramana. So that is the meaning here. The whole point here of this Shanti Paata, Apyayantu Mamangani Ityadi, is to see the oneness of all things. The oneness in everything. Mai Sarvamidam Protam Sutre Manigana Iva. I am the sutra connecting all the pearls in this universe. And he says, Sarvam Brahman, and also the divinity within us. That is where next sentence says, may I not negate Brahman. Maham Brahma nirakuryat. I should not negate Brahman. Ledu ane ad hoc cheppekudadu. Just because you can't believe or you don't see, don't negate it. May I not negate Brahman. It's a serious spiritual quest. That the higher life is absolutely real. And opposite also, I should not reject, Brahman also should not reject me. That is faith in meditation. When you sit for meditation, three things are very important. Confidence, Vishwas, Vishwas, Vishwas. Vishwas in yourself, Vishwas in your Guru, Vishwas in the mantra. Confidence. Without that, it will be only machine-like, that's all. So, Brahman should not reject me and I should not reject Brahman. What a wonderful idea. May Brahman or the Saguna Brahman not reject me. The grace of God here is very, very important. Brahman being the self of all cannot neglect anyone. It's there, all pervasive, sarvavyapi, sarvottama, sarvagnaha, satchitananda. And deep inner conviction is important. I am Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi, conviction. Visheshvai Nammakam. I will not deny this point. And then he says, the next prayer, next line is moral virtues. Very important, preparation. Without this moral preparation, look at the last sentence. Tadatmani nirateya upanishatsu dharmaste mayi santu te mayi santu. May I acquire those qualities. What are those qualities? The Upanishad speaks of many qualities. These are listed out. Bhagavan Sri Krishna's greatest contribution is 16th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita for preparation. What does he call it? Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga. Very clear, Vibhaga. He has nicely categorized. These are Daivi qualities, these are Asuric qualities. First 3 shlokas, 16th chapter, go home and read again. These qualities should be mine. I should possess this. I should be filled with this. Abhayam, Sattva Samshuddhihi, Gnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi, Danam, Dama, Yagna, Swadhyaya, Arjavam. All these are wonderful. 26 qualities, he says. In personality development, talk about this. His personality development course. Put all in one line, Excel sheet. With the translation, ask 4 questions to yourself. Do I always have it? Do I sometime have it? Do I rarely have it? Do I not have it at all? Be honest. Fearlessness, captain of the ship. Am I fearless always? Le. Bhayam vastundi naaku. Bhayam anedi anubhavistha. Oh, when? Sometimes. Put a tick mark there. Some will say rarely. Some will say always full of fear. No problem. No problem. No worry. That not at all you know it is, I don't have fearlessness. I'll work for it. That is what the seeker, the student says. I will work for it. I want it. So he will prepare. He will think about fearlessness. Swamiji says, tell yourself, I have no fear. Tell everybody, I have no fear. And what causes fear? Ignorance of our real nature. What causes fear? Ignorance of your real nature. Ignorance of our real nature. We know about other nature. We don't know our nature. We know biological nature. We know computer nature. We don't know mind nature. Know yourself. So preparation. So from not at all, after 6 months it will come rarely. Then sometimes, then you will be fearless. Because you are consciously participating. Like that, Krishna says, Upanishad says, these qualities, moral virtues I have to acquire, and the student prays that the virtues proclaimed in the Upanishads may abide him, may come to him through Bhagavan's grace. And 13th chapter, Bhagavad Gita, there are 20 values, 20 virtues. Please refer to it. 13th chapter, 20 qualities. 16th chapter, 26 qualities. Nearly 46 days program you have. Self-analysis, self-introspection. Chestu, whoever it is. Let them all be there in me, he is praying. Next, tadatmani nirate. Tadatmani nirate. Who am committed sincerely, pursuing Atmani, that Atman, Brahman. I am a serious spiritual seeker. And there should not be any obstructions in my sadhana. 3 kinds of obstructions will come. Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, Adhyatmika. Everybody will get. In other words, it is called Adhyatmika Pratibandha. Adi Bhautika Pratibandha and Adi Daivika Pratibandha. Then he says, this is a prayer designed for Vedantic spiritual seekers. So you can memorize this and add this in your upasana, no problem. So you are very much focused on keeping your health, keeping your mind, keeping your virtues all in a straight line. This is prayer Shanti Paata. And the Kena Upanishad that we will study now, we'll take introduction of the first mantra. It's in 4 khandas. We'll take the first khanda, first mantra, 1.1. In the Upanishad, there is an atmosphere created by the question. Arjuna also got an opportunity to ask Sri Krishna, same question. Ata kena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha, 3rd chapter, last part. Same, this one he is asked. Ata kena, keneshitam padati preshitam manaha. Arjuna's question, Ata kena prayukta. See, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita is a Upanishad. Same language, different context. When Krishna says, Kama yesha, Krodha yesha, Rajoguna samudbhava, makes a man do a crime. They are enemies of man. So he speaks about knowledge and knowledge and knowledge. Take the axe of knowledge and cut the very root of Kama, he says, last shloka, 3rd chapter. He says, Gnana asi, take the axe of knowledge, pure knowledge. Not polluted, not diluted knowledge. Nahi gnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate. Knowledge is power. Knowledge alone can make you fearless. Knowledge removes that false nature. Knowledge is like torchlight. So that knowledge was spread in the country. Nalanda University, Takshashila University, and so many other universities. The entire civilization grew on knowledge, which was destroyed, which was attacked, which was assaulted. The world was afraid of us. Leave this knowledge, the whole world will become slaves of India. That knowledge, Vivekananda took it in his heart and bombarded them in Chicago. And from there his Vijayas, this one started. So, Apyayantum, and he says this search for truth is very, very important. The search for truth is very important. And that atmosphere, what is that atmosphere? Going beyond the Pancha Indriyas, senses. That is the first step. Bhautika, you have to control these 5 senses. Then determination is very, very important. Temptations will be there, but your determination matters. When we read Kathopanishad, we will know what the determination of Nachiketa was. So much temptation, so many attractions, so many luxuries. Yama says, even Devas will not get it. I will give you. Babu, nuve ichchavo nuve bettuko. You enjoy. I don't want. Vivekananda says that. Telling no to a temptation, that was India. Nothing could touch them. They want knowledge, the fire of knowledge. So they point to a reality beyond themselves. These are all pointers, margadarshaks. The answer is margadarshak. The student is eager to know the secret, the truth beyond the senses and the mind. Now, let us take up for study the first khanda out of the 4 khandas, the first mantra. Please repeat. Om keneshitam padati preshitam manaha kena prana pratamah praiti yuktaha keneshitam vachamimam vadanti चक्षुश्रोत्रं कवु देवो युनक्ति केनेशितं पतति प्रेषितं मनः केन प्राणः प्रथमः प्रैतियुक्तः केनेशितां वाचमिमां वदन्ति चक्षुश्रोत्रं कवु देवो युनक्ति. The name of the disciple is not given, but we consider is a student who is going to the teacher with Samitpani and Staying him and asking, Kena eshitam patati preshitam manaha. Kena, by whose will, by whose power. Ishitam means will. Then, first one is manaha. It's talking about manaha. I'm just giving you a summary, details next Sunday. Second is pranaha. Second sentence you see. How does the mind move? How does the mind know? How does the mind react to situations? Manaha. Then pranaha. Kena prana pratamam praitiyuktaha. The vital breath. Pratamaha, the first. And that goes everywhere, that moves everywhere. Prana Shakti, Prana Shakti, Prana Shakti, we say. Without that, 1 second current is not there, there will be confusion. Prana is gone. Will it come? Will it not come? Should I end? Immediately we get prana is so important. Pancha pranas. So, pranaha. Then, third sentence. Keneshitam vachamimam vadanti. Imam vadanti, imam vacham, this speech that I am talking, the words that are going towards you, you are connecting that with some other words because you are already filled with so many vocabulary words. So there is a lot of confusion in the mind, comparatives in the mind, rejections in the mind, logic in the mind. How is this going on? Then last he says, Chakshuhu Shrotram Kavudevo Vadanti. Devaha, he uses the word Devaha, the God who illumines, who directs. Who is that? Is there any person there? Is there any Shakti there? That is the question. Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha. Mind falls into that flow of thought. Then the pranaha is working in every part of your body, in the entire universe. Praiti, it goes, proceeds, yuktaha, appointed by whom? Imam vacham, this speech that I am talking, vadanti, people speak, people see, people listen, and who is that deva? Kau devo vadanti, yunakti. Yunakti means directs. That is the point here. So we shall take up next Sunday. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.